Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am bringing you breaking news here because the European Super League looks to be well and truly in the mud. At long last, I say at long last like it wasn't just a 48-hour job or something like that, but nevertheless, basically what's happened in the last 20 minutes could be a significant moment in the history of football, in the history of this sport that we all grew up and want to grow up loving. Apparently, the European Super League is apparently being disbanded tonight because Chelsea, my club Chelsea, our fans have been on a protest today since 4:30. They're still going out there. They've been, singing their hearts out. They've been standing up for what they believe in, which I find absolutely unbelievable. Fair play, Chelsea fans. I mean, I've never respected you more as a fan base. Chelsea fans, fair play to everyone, not even just Chelsea fans. Any rival fans that attended these, protests at Stamford Bridge earlier today, fair fucking play. Honestly, I could not thank you enough for your services to football if you have played any role, which it looks like you have, in the disbanding of this European Super League, because Chelsea have made history being the first ever team to drop out of this European Super League. Because I've seen on Sky Sports, Chelsea and Roman Abramovich are in talks and in negotiational talks at this moment in time to drop out of this European Super League. 5 minutes after Chelsea did it, news was circulating that Manchester City are doing the same thing. They're dropping out of this European Super League, and then 5 minutes later, Atletico Madrid are the same. Apparently Barcelona have dropped out, and apparently Manchester United have dropped out. So this whole European Super League bullshit of a concept is apparently crumbling before our very eyes, and honestly, I could not be more happy. Petr Cech came out and gave an impassioned speak to these Chelsea fans during their protest today about, half an hour ago at the recording of this video, and obviously I'm preparing to watch my team play against Brighton & Hove Albion in about half an hour's time, but I just feel like this is groundbreaking news in the football world. It could very much be a marker in the sand as to the change in shift in power in football, because the football fans have well and truly, this is a victory for all football fans if this of course does go through the way it looks like it's going to, and honestly I could not be more proud of this football fan base. And as Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville said passionately on Sky Sports last night, if this is going to be stopped, it's the power of the fans that will do it up across England. I mean, fair play. And honestly, I tell you right now, I'd be in the thick of those protests if I physically could, because first of all, in the situation we're in Ireland regards with COVID, it would not let me fly outside my county, let alone my country. So honestly, I tip my hat to every single one of you fans that have gone out and protested today. The likes of James Milner, Luke Shaw, Jordan Henderson, Jurgen Klopp. I've seen Pep Guardiola come out. Kevin De Bruyne just came out a few minutes ago. Patrick Bamford, Marcelo Bielsa, every single figurehead in this sport that has come out and ridiculed this idea. The owners and the greed of the owners have come out and tried to do against our backs. They tried to snake us as football fans. This is a football fan-made game, this sport. Let's not forget that. The power of fans in this sport is tremendous. It's bigger than anything, and it should be bigger than anything in this sport that ever does exist and ever has existed. And I think this could be a potentially massive day, a massive few minutes and half an hour maybe in terms of the history of this sport. It really could. I can't emphasize enough how big this is. I really can't. And hopefully, we see every single club, except for Real Madrid, because of course, this is no dig at Real Madrid or their fans or anyone regarding this club, because it's Florentino Perez, the absolute prick that is trying to get this through. This could be a victory for football. Let's not get this twisted here, and I'm going to try and calm down a little bit because I'm so passionate at the moment about this topic, because we may just be getting the death of football cancelled. I don't think you realise how big this is. And yes, obviously, the new UEFA proposals for the new Champions League and the Premier League, they still have their issues, but this was going to kill football once and for all. Not only the Premier League clubs that were joining it, but the Premier League clubs as well that weren't joining it, and even every single club across the world. This was going to have a domino effect and a breakdown effect on every single club and every single football fan in the whole entire world. So this is absolutely groundbreaking, huge, significant news coming out of football in this last 20 minutes or so. And honestly, I'm looking at the Madrid zone, the source that every single, European Super League news has come out of. They've just said Manchester United are set to withdraw from the ESL, which I find magnificent, because one of the main figureheads in this was Joel Glazer, and to be honest, the fact that they have American owners themselves, Liverpool and Arsenal, I thought they'd be the three, alongside Real Madrid and Florentino Perez. I thought they'd be, the 3 or 4 last names mentioned in terms of leaving. I thought it would be Chelsea, Manchester City and Atletico Madrid, because there was already rumours of them leaving. I apologise if I'm speaking really fast, but I can't actually process what's going on in this football world in this last 20 minutes or so. It feels like something out of a movie, like a zombie apocalypse being saved in a movie or something like that, but honestly, I've never been more proud of this club. I mean, yesterday, I was never more ashamed to support this club, but Roman Abramovich, yes, I know you put us in this shit in the first place, but nevertheless, I'm a firm believer in, making up for your mistakes and admitting where you're wrong, and Roman Abramovich and this Chelsea board have shown they have the bottle to do that, because let's be honest, most of these rich people in football don't have the bottle to do that, but we've shown how passionate and how important the fans are in this sport. Honestly, I have never been more happy and proud to be a Chelsea fan and a football fan in general, because us as a fan base, and mainly those people who are protesting, because they should take the main credit in this one, you potentially might have saved the sport that we all love worldwide. So for that, I eternally thank you, and I have the utmost respect for every single person who stepped foot on Stamford Bridge tonight. Honestly, I'm trying to get updates on my iPad here because it's absolutely ridiculous. As I said, I'm preparing to watch my team play in 30 minutes, and who knows, because 24 hours ago, I wasn't looking forward to this game because it would have just been absolutely meaningless, because the Champions League wouldn't be a thing. There'd be no point in qualifying for the top four because we would be in this, league where we wouldn't have to worry about being relegated or any sort of failure at all. But now we actually have something to play for in this. I've just read there that kickoff actually for this game is now at 8:15 because the Chelsea bus couldn't get in because these Chelsea fans were protesting. I mean, it's absolutely unprecedented scenes. The European Super League in the mud, as I've seen on Twitter, and well and truly, this could be a humongous day, a pivotal day in the world of football. I mean, I've said it so many times, but I can't emphasise this enough. Manchester City set to pull out of the European Super League. Chelsea the same, Atletico Madrid the same, Barcelona the same, and Manchester United the same. The 5 or 6 clubs that could potentially be on the verge of fixing what they messed up in the first place. I know they should still be punished for even thinking about this in the first place, but righting the wrongs is absolutely vitally important in life, let alone in football. So mad respect to, first of all, Chelsea and every other club that has followed in their footsteps. And yeah, Jamie Carragher said yesterday it would take one club and one club only to start the collapse of this Super League, and Chelsea look like to be the one that have driven this force to stopping this European Super League. Mad scenes. Honestly, I can't actually express how relieved and just rejuvenated I feel as a football fan, because I've a college course going on in the next 2 weeks. I'm going to go a bit off topic here. And I wasn't doing college work for this last 2 days simply because I couldn't find the inspiration to actually open up my laptop and work on college work, because I've been so down in the dumps about the sport I love, the whole thing that my life surrounds, being taken away from me, and I don't even go to the games that much simply because I physically can't. But honestly, in the future, I will go to as many games as I possibly can. I'm struggling for breath right now, I really am, and I may be going off topic, but it's such a relieving feeling as a football fan. And obviously we still have a long way to go, don't get this twisted, because we still have a lot of legal documentation that probably needs to be going through. I'm not kidding myself whatsoever, because this is only the start, but honestly it's a massive start and a massive marker in the sand as to the future of football changing for the better, and I can't emphasise that enough. Honestly, go on Twitter and just look up these scenes of the Chelsea protest. Honestly, I have not respected a bunch of human beings more in my life. Chelsea fans, fair play. I mean, I wish I could be there. I really do wish I could be in these protests, but honestly, fair play, because it takes some guts to be able to stand up like that and take time out of your busy days, I know, to do this. And honestly, seeing Petr Cech out there as well, it feels like something out of a movie. Once again, it really does. It's absolutely mental, and hopefully now this can be the saviour against this absolute heap of shit that is the European Super League that Florentino Perez hopefully gets mudded for. I hope he gets arrested for this, because it's a sickening act, criminal act against football, as Gary Neville said on Monday Night Football last night. Gary Neville has just tweeted, "Come on, Joe, let's be having a laughing emoji." I love that. I love the scenes. The football fan base has well and truly reunited. Apparently Arsenal are now leaving as well, so Stan Kroenke's actually done something good for once. Honestly, the fans' voice has completely and utterly changed the landscape of this football world, because don't you tell me, if fans were still locked up and couldn't do this protest, that this wouldn't be going ahead. Because if the fans weren't a thing and the fans were no nuisance in this would 100% be going through. There'd be no hope of it being stopped. And honestly, yeah, I can't actually process and comprehend what's going through my mind right now. As you can probably tell, I'm lost for breath in this video, because I feel so passionately about this and how just relieved I am. And I want to finish this video on saying the club that were ridiculed for ruining the sport, potentially, even though they tried to ruin it in the first place, along with these other 11 clubs that got up and signed up to this European Super League, we could potentially be reversing the roles, flipping the donkey on its back. I don't know if that's even a phrase, I don't know if I'm speaking English, but basically what I'm trying to say is the club that tried to ruin football allegedly could now be in the process of fixing it. And yeah, honestly, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like. I hope this video gets a lot of likes from you guys who are passionate about this and absolutely in celebration, in limbs and scenes. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new as well. 1.6k subscribers as soon as you possibly can on this channel. I'll see you guys in my next video for a post-match reaction, where we talk once again about this European Super League and hopefully the game in general as well, with Chelsea playing Brighton at 8:15 now. And honestly, this feels like a massive W in the footballing world, for the world of football, and most importantly for the fans in general. So yeah, once again, I salute these Chelsea fans and fans in general that went out in protest tonight against the European Super League and all its dross. And yeah, see you later.